With everything that has come to light this weekend and just everything that's been gaining attention in the past few months, we feel that it's necessary for us to address some of the fucked up shit that we've done in the past. And today we're going to take accountability for us and for everyone that is associated with us.
I think one of the things I'm super blessed though is all of our loyal viewers who've watched us for many years, and they were a part of the process of seeing us grow from immature young men into immature old men. and we've said a lot of stupid shit, and we've done a lot of stupid things, a lot of them wrong. Now looking back, it's like I should have never said or done a lot of those things, especially with so many young impressionable fans.
And one of the topics that's like that is the whole cancel culture thing, where in the beginning, I'm like, what the hell is all this? All I ever do is see celebrities give these fake apology videos, and it almost seems like you see it so much that it loses its meaning.
Yeah.
It's the public is mad about something, so they demand an apology, and it almost sounds like the apology is coming from the celebrity's fear rather than from his heart.
Yeah.
And now, and especially this year, seeing all the crazy things unfold, it's just a huge time of awakening. I have a completely different view of cancel culture, and I feel like there's value and there's a reason why it needs to be done, because people need to be held accountable. I think we're pretty good at being comedians, and I don't think we have to rely on jokes that put other people down.
I always think that sometimes you need to take drastic measures so that people will listen. And with cancel culture, I don't even know if it's cancel culture. It might just be people speaking out because of sexual harassment, or it could even be people are upset about racism. And so for me, now I have a more open perspective of instead of writing it off as cancel culture, right? There's a lot of things that we have to look at ourselves, and what did we do wrong, or was there ever a point in time when we hurt people through our comedy, or maybe our opinions, or maybe there's a lot of the times on JK News where I'm just workshopping an idea and I speak out of my ass and I don't even know what I'm saying, and that's not an excuse, but because I'm not well thought out, I can be pretty hurtful. And I think that's inexcusable, because I guess with the platform that we have, I should think a little bit more before I say stuff. And if I did hurt people, now I want to take a look at what am I saying that is where I gotta check my way of thinking.
One of the things that I fucked up on was I made the decision to put on blackface to play a character for a skit. I was stupid and I didn't see how wrong it was, but now looking back, it's something that I'm actually really ashamed of. And even in addition to that, in a bunch of videos, we've said the N-word a bunch of times, and the old excuse was oh, that's how we grew up, or when you grow up in the hood, everyone says it's okay, but it's not okay, and we have all these videos of just all kinds of things, of almost not violations, but a lot of
it was hurtful to a lot of people.
Hurtful to a lot of people in a lot of instances. Well, some are big and blatant, and some are just really small and mild, but none of them are okay. And so I think it's important that I apologize for every single one of those. I think it's important that I acknowledge that those videos are bad, and I'm ashamed that those are bad, and that I changed the way that I make content from this point out. And what really sucks right now is our entire country feels like it's in a bad marriage. In a marriage, you're supposed to love each other and you're supposed to be dedicated to the well-being of each other. The biggest thing that's getting in the way of understanding is not communicating, having a strong ego, and not willing to listen. And I think in order for us to fix that, we have to be able to talk to each other and put our ego aside and go to therapy and be willing to learn, hold ourselves accountable, and make change afterwards.
I went out to support BLM with Asian organizations, and we went out to march, and to me, I just want to show up for people out there that it's all of us against racism. And even though I might have been someone who's perpetuated racism in the past, that's not my goal in the future, and I want to learn from that. And to show that, I think it's very important for people like us, people with an audience, to speak out against it and stand against it and show physically that we're here to support a new world and a new society, that racism is just doesn't exist here.
And one of the things I recently learned from the past shoot last week is complacency is actually supporting racism. And it's not enough to just stand by and go, hey, I'm being neutral and I'm being passive and I don't want to get involved. In order to fight racism, everyone has to actually take an action and take a stand and move against the opposite direction. And that's what I'm committed to do, that's what Joe's committed to do, and that's what JK as a company is committed to do.
For the non-black fans out there who are watching and you want to show support, like, thanks, but do it silently.
We want to leave platform and space for our black fans to speak. So in the comment section, we would love to hear what you have to say.
We're also committed to donating to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, and we're going to be doing our part by researching and continuously finding organizations that we can help and support. We're sorry it took so long for us to realize, but now I think this is day one of our growth, and you know, from this it can only go up, where we're going to continuously learn from our mistakes.